We have some disturbing news today to tell you about that could affect tens of thousands of people who are eagerly awaiting organ transplants. A Maryland man who received a kidney more than a year ago has died of rabies. Not only that, 3 other people also received organs from the same donor and now must undergo rabies treatment. I want to get to our senior medical correspondent now, Elizabeth Cohen. Elizabeth, obvious question, what happened?
I know. Well, let's go over again what exactly happened here. So this man dies in Florida, and his kidneys and his liver and his heart are sent to patients in Florida, which is where he lived, also Georgia, Illinois, and also to one other state, and to Maryland, obviously, because that's where the guy died. So what happened was that this one person came down just recently, just last month, with rabies, and then the other ones, well, they don't know. They might possibly have rabies too, so while they test them, they're giving them some drugs to make sure that they don't die of rabies.
How did this happen? I mean, don't they test donors before they send them out for things like rabies?
They do test organs before. So they test them for HIV, they test them for West Nile, for hepatitis. However, they do not routinely test for rabies, and there's 2 reasons. Rabies is incredibly rare. There's maybe 1, 2, 3 cases a year. So you're testing for something that's most likely not going to be there.
Right.
The other thing, there aren't a lot of labs that know how to test for rabies in humans. You've got labs in Georgia, California, New York, and we're told by the CDC that's pretty much it. So if you live in another part of the country, they're going to have to ship part of that organ in for testing or blood or whatever, and then by then the organ's not useful. By then too much time has passed. So there's no efficient way of doing this.
So are you just taking your chances here? Is that the best way to do it?
To some extent, you're taking your chances, but there is a great empowered patient message here. If you or a loved one are about to get an organ from a cadaver, or actually from a cadaver, you should say, what killed this person? Why did this person die? I was just talking to a transplant surgeon who says too often the patients are told, you got a liver, let's go.
Right.
Say, no, what killed this person? And if they say encephalitis, which is inflammation of the brain, of unknown origin, person had encephalitis and we don't know why, you might want to say, hold on, I'm not so sure I want that organ.
Because that's rabies or
could
something
be rabies
like West Nile or something like that.
Well, it could be rabies, it could be something else that they're not able to test for. If someone has inflammation of the brain and they don't know why, what killed them could also kill you if you get their organ. So you want to ask, what was the cause of death?
And that's the best piece of advice if your loved one is waiting for an organ.
Yes, when one comes around, say, what killed this donor?
All right.